7 surefire ways to know your marriage is headed toward divorce. This is a list about how, as women, we disrespect our husbands. So 7 disrespectful behaviors we have towards our husbands in a marriage. And to recognize if you're disrespecting your husband in these ways, you are sucking all the goodness out of who he is as a good man. And the purpose of this for women is to be able to see how you are disrespecting your husband, so that you have the self-awareness and can change these things. And for good men, this is a checklist. If these things are happening in your marriage, then you can know the reality of the relationship and understanding that respect is foundational to a healthy marriage. So if these 7 things or any of these 7 things are happening, the foundation of it being a healthy marriage is gone and it's falling apart. And you can't control your wife to respect you, but by seeing these behaviors and how disrespectful they are, it gives you a path to take your power back. One more thing before we get back to it. This video is brought to you by the Autoimmune Expert, our sister company where we teach people to permanently heal from autoimmune diseases and chronic illnesses without the need for medications, supplements, food diets, or mind-body interventions. So if you or a family member is struggling with an autoimmune disease or chronic illness and you're frustrated with your Western or alternative medical program of symptom management, please click the link above to schedule your free consultation to start your healing journey. And also check out the links in the description below to sign up for our free Autoimmune 101 course and visit the Autoimmune Expert YouTube channel. Our programs are truly profound and amazing in their abilities to permanently heal autoimmune diseases and chronic illnesses. I want to go over the 3 definitions of respect to see this is how we should be treating our husbands, what we should be giving them when respect is one of the top 3 things that is most important to them, because then it really highlights how disrespectful these behaviors are. So the first definition of respect is a feeling of deep admiration for someone based on their abilities, qualities, and achievements. The second definition of respect that you need to know is respect is a regard for the feelings, wishes, and rights of another. And the third definition of respect you need to know is respect is a feeling and understanding that someone is important, serious, and deserves appropriate treatment and regard. And in being married to a good man, he is deserving of respect by nature for who he is. So before we get into the list of 7, just a reminder to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the wonderful content that I get out to help you in your marriage. And please like this video so that it helps the algorithm to reach more people and get the message out to more people. So number 1 in 7 surefire ways to know your marriage is headed toward divorce based on the disrespect that we show as women to our husbands. Number 1 is parenting. Not allowing your husband to be a man as a dad. And this is disrespectful because being a good dad is really important to a good man. And while not perfect, because none of us are, it is something that is natural to a good man to be a good dad and to be a good parent. So as women, when we don't allow our husbands as dads, to allow him to be a firm parent and give consequences, we undermine our husbands and make them out to be bad parents. So men tend to be, as dads, they tend to be more consequence and punishment based because they want to instill responsibility and accountability to their kids, and they want to teach them about life and how life works. Whereas women, as mothers, we tend to be softer in parenting styles and coddle our children, and our helicopter moms wanting to protect them from the pains and hurts of life. Whereas good men know that the pains and hurts of life build resilience and strength in the face of life's challenges, that it's important. We can't go through life without the pains and hurts of life. So that's number one. The second surefire way to know your marriage is headed toward divorce because of the disrespect we show as women. Number two is, as women, we have a feminist perspective where roles and responsibilities in a marriage are considered old-fashioned and outdated. That is, women, when we subscribe to the feminist perspective, we feel that we have the right to be independent and do not feel a responsibility to the relationship as a partnership of compromise and being value driven. And this is disrespectful to our husbands as a man, because we take away and wanting there to be no division of roles or responsibilities, or that we don't have responsibility as wives and everything should be equal. It's disrespectful because we take away our husband's role in being the man of the house, because we want everything equal. And that's part of how a man feels respected. And his role in the family is being the leader and leading the family and being the man of the house. But as women, we feel entitled from that feminist perspective to wear the pants in the house. And number three, the third way we are disrespectful that will push a marriage to divorce. Number three is being Mrs. Always Right. And this is disrespectful when we have the need as women to always be right, that it's our way or the highway, that we know what's best, that we have final say on the choices of what's happening in the family or the relationship, or we judge our husbands for how they conduct themselves in their own lives and their own choices and decisions. It's disrespectful to our husbands because it takes away their opinions and what they feel is best and right for the family. And when we are Mrs. Always Right, it also takes away his own personal agency to conduct himself in the ways that he feels is best and right for him. And it's also disrespectful because good men are pragmatic. They thrive in being problem solvers and seeing the big picture and seeing what's best for the family. That they're natural in leading themselves, us, the family, into a healthy, responsible future. And in that leading of the family, and that leading of himself, it's again how he feels like a man, which then he can thrive and be his best, which we get the benefit of. But when we are always right, it undermines him and it takes away his ability to lead and guide us as a man. And we want to understand that good men want what's best for the family, and they will sacrifice their own needs and desires readily and easily to benefit the family or to benefit us. They will go to great lengths to sacrifice their own needs and desires to do what's right and best for the whole. It's just part of who they are. And the fourth way that we are disrespectful to our husbands that will push the marriage in the direction of a divorce. Number 4, bringing up past mistakes and keeping a Rolodex of hurts. When we are constantly pulling out and dredging up the past and what our husbands have done that we feel have wronged us or hurt us. It is disrespectful, because good men acknowledge that they make mistakes and they try to correct them. They try to overcompensate for the mistakes they've made to make up for them. And they are the first to admit that they are not perfect, that they have a part and role in the problems, that they have made mistakes, and they want to correct the mistakes, to atone them, and to grow and learn from them, and to be better. It's, again, just part of their nature of who they are. So it's disrespectful to a good man's honor and integrity and his desire to atone for his mistakes. The other piece in this, when we dredge up the past and keep a Rolodex of hurts in the marriage, it devalues all the good and wonderful things that our husbands do on a constant, consistent, daily basis. But all we can see are the past hurt and mistakes, and that's where we keep our focus. So we can't even acknowledge the good things that they are doing. And when we constantly bring up the past, constantly bring up the mistakes, he feels defeated and doesn't feel like a man, because all we do is continuously knock them down, not focusing on all the wonderful things they've done since that past mistake or hurt, or who they are every day and how they keep showing up and jumping through hoops for us. And number 5, the 5th way we are disrespectful to our husbands that will push a marriage toward divorce. Number 5, comparing your husband to other men. Comparing your husband to other men. So this can look like, pulling up a Facebook picture, Instagram picture of a friend. Oh, look at what so-and-so's husband did for her. Or, oh, isn't this so nice? I love that my sister's husband always does da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Or even more crushing, telling your husband who you wish you would have married and knocking him down in derogatory remarks toward him, and that you should have married your first boyfriend or whoever in your past or that you've known. I hear this often from men, that their wives tell them about who they wish they would have married, or fantasize about what their lives would have been like with another man, which sounds shocking, but it happens a lot. And this is disrespectful when we compare our husbands to other men. It is disrespectful because we are telling our husbands that they are not worthy of us and our love. And we're telling them, through comparing them to other men, we're telling them that we made a mistake in picking him. When we compare our husbands to other men, this may be the most crushing thing that we can do to our husband's self-value. When you compare yourself or compare your husband to another man, it may be one of the most crushing things that you do to your husband's sense of self-value. And number 6 of how we disrespect our husbands that will push the marriage toward divorce. Number 6, talking behind his back to his friends, family, or his mother. So this is disrespectful because it's important to a good man to keep the issues of the marriage, of the family, behind closed doors and not disclose them to others and talk about them, or he would never go talk badly about you behind your back and complain about you. He wants to keep the issues in the marriage. So when we share the private issues with our friends, with our family, with his mother, the message we're sending our husband is that he's insignificant, and the privacy of his thoughts, actions, and feelings are ours to vent. It undermines his character, and his character is very important to him. And I will say there's a big difference of, as women, how we talk about our husbands behind their back, and pardon my language, but we bitch and complain and make them the problem and paint this grotesque picture of who they are to our friends and family. Whereas if you're a woman sitting there, well, my husband asks his friend about this issue. When a good man maybe brings up an issue in the marriage to another, he's doing it because he's trying to figure it out. They're not bashing us. It's not in a good man's nature to bash his wife or to talk poorly of her and make her out to be a horrible woman. It's just not in their nature. But that's the perspective and prerogative we're taking as women when we talk about our husbands behind their back. And number seven of how as women we disrespect our husbands and push the marriage toward a divorce is being on your cell phone all the time and having social media. This is disrespectful because it sends the message to your husband that he and the life that he is creating is not important to you. And when we're on social media and have our nose in everybody else's lives, or constantly texting and in touch with 50 friends and family members, we're sending the message that everybody else's lives are better, more important, and that we don't have time for our husbands. We would rather have our head buried in our phone than to be present and engaged and spend that time with our husbands. It's also disrespectful to a man because he's a provider, and as a provider, he's trying to create a life for you. But we're too busy fantasizing about other people's lives on social media or who we're staying in touch with. That's so important. We need to always be texting and know what's going on with them. That it's very, very disrespectful. And I can also hear women saying, well, my husband's on his phone all the time. And that's where we have to look at how are we showing up and treating our husbands that they withdraw. Because I guarantee you, if you were engaged and just giving him a tenth of your love and care and affection and attention, he would want to spend time with you. We push them away to where they withdraw. And that's a part we want to look at as women. For those women listening who know you are the problem and want a path forward to change your woman ways and truly be happy in yourself, I have a course for women called the Happiness Program. This course will teach you to take control of your emotional state and move from camp victim to camp take responsibility so that you are empowered to be the solution to the issues in your marriage and life. You can click the link above to learn more about the course and apply for a free consultation with me. You can also find a link below to sign up for my free Happiness 101 course. For the good men listening who want a way to take your power back that you have unknowingly given away to your wife, I also have a course for you called the Marriage Rescue Course for Good Men Only. This course will teach you how to rebuild your strength and confidence so that you can navigate the relationship with your wife in a healthy, constructive way. You can also click the link above to learn more about the course and apply for a free consultation with me. Thank you again, and I will see you all soon.